very rare. And of course,
has it all.
entirely within the rules. You know, Byung can basically sue for a draw, assuming he doesn't lose this command center. What?
Yeah, and you know, once he kills the command center, which is very important because then he gets to see where these buildings are, he'll go up with his stalkers. Of course, after dealing with these Vikings that we see.
Yeah. Orbital's on fire now. But rough.
Yeah, he's going to be able to go up and just check if he can hit. Like, I'm not 100% sure. I've never been in this situation where I was trying to hit a barracks that was floating where these barracks are floating, but I have a gut feeling here that there's going to be like a spot that he can sit it in that a stalker can't hit. It looks weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Byung is now killing pylons in Zest's main base with his remaining SCVs. The starport unfortunately didn't get landed. And once the orbital dies, there's no safe place for that starport to actually be. So, but I mean, it's surely still a draw, though.
Can he hit this starport? I guess this is a very similar test to those barracks in the top, because the way that 3D graphics work in this, it's actually sometimes really hard to tell what can be hit. So
yeah, it's really weird. Really weird.
Yeah, let's see if he can hit this with stalkers, because this is actually going to tell us this may not actually be a draw.
He can hit at the bottom here. Can Byung move that any further?
If he can hit down here,
he can also hit up there.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Even though this looks a lot further, just because of the way that the 3D graphics look in StarCraft 2, it's not a top-down view exactly. So.
Is there actually a single place on this map that you could put that where it won't get hit? Is that possible?
The places that look most promising, I guess, would be where those Raxes are. And then if you look, like, in between, like, below the main in the top right, like, over all those shards or whatever.
Oh,
that looks like it might be a reasonable spot to try to hide a building.
Yeah. Byung's on 2 supply. He's on 1 supply. He's on no supply. Byung literally has no units on the map. This starport will die. There's no question about that. It doesn't look like there is a place you can safely put it. The question is, can Stalkers hit these barracks? If they can, this is not a draw. And it may be that Frost was designed against this.
Yeah, it could be. That's kind of too bad. I wouldn't mind seeing this game again.
Yeah.
We'll see when he brings the Stalkers up, of course. You know, just because they can hit him on the bottom doesn't mean
it can hit this one. That's
over there is not invincible.
It can hit this one too. That's all of them, I think. Like
wait.
Yeah, actually, it can
hit. The barracks on the left just moved a little bit. So can he still hit that? I think he can.
It can be seen. There's an observer as well. So even if you tried to hide it on high ground where it couldn't be seen, I'm pretty sure all these barracks can be hit. So this, I guess, whoever made Frost. I don't know, though.
Wait, maybe this one floating above the trees can't be hit.
I think you're right. Now, if we check vision... No, it can be hit. Yeah, that's... It's not a draw. It's not a draw. There is...
It is not
and Zest knows it. Zest has found the spot. There is no place for this to happen. I guess whoever designed this map designed it very, very well.
I guess so.
Big credit.
So that is going to be that.
No draw.
You cannot blame Byung for trying this. Probably this never came up for him before. He's like, I wonder if this can be hit.
If it's possible. It's not possible.
No, turns out not. Byung with nothing left but 3 floating barracks. Wait, that one barracks... Oh, no.
Nah, there's just no Stalker up there. The Stalker's going to go up there and kill it. There's no doubt. Like, there's no doubt that can't be hit. There we go. That is going to be GG. He's got GG now. There we go. Wild.
Crazy game right there. Almost a draw. If this was almost any other map, he probably could have gotten a draw.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know that, you know, Byung is doing everything within his power to try to win this. But so far, everything within his power is not quite enough.
No. Apparently, even trying to force a draw is not enough.
Yeah. Well, 3-1 right now. You know, this is where yesterday we were kind of like, oh, it looks like Zest is going to go to the finals, and we're going to have team kills. But then Hero came back. Does Byung have that type of gumption?
He might. Byung is crazy, and I can't believe that he literally lost that game as a result of that airspace.
Yeah. Well,
and in both ways. Like, he lost his army in the corner, and then apparently the airspace wasn't large enough to hide any building. So that was interesting. I suppose Waste Station is something Byung loves, and Frost is now something he hates.
As it should be. You should always hate maps that you lose on, love maps that you win on. So
absolutely, that's the way it works.
The next map going to be Overgrowth.
Okay.
Hopefully Byung ends up loving this one, because if he doesn't, that means Zest gets 3rd place in a pretty one-sided series, although the games have been very close.
They've been very strange as well, which is kind of what I was hoping for. I didn't want to whitewash it. Byung's putting on a show, I'll give him credit for that. What a insane Terran. So cool to see. We're going to take a short break, folks. Hear a word from our sponsors here at the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational. Please do check out sandisk.shoutcraft.gg for more information on the Sandisk Extreme Pro SSD, which I believe currently is kind of sold out. It's actually just come out. It was announced at the Computex show a few days ago that Sen was actually at to represent Sandisk. Of course, we all love Sen. He is absolutely awesome, but they are reaching stores. They are, of course, just brand new, hot off the presses. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that. We'll do a few commercials, play some music, and then come back for what could be the final game of the bronze match. I'm certainly hoping it's not, but it could be. My name is Totalbiscuit.
I'm Artosis.
We'll see you shortly. Hi, my name's John Bain, and it's my pleasure to thank Sandisk for bringing us top-notch StarCraft 2 entertainment at the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational. When I'm not casting StarCraft 2, it's my job to critique PC games, and to do that, I need the best hardware. One of the best upgrades that you can get for your PC gaming experience is a solid-state drive, so I'd like to encourage you to check out the Sandisk Extreme Pro SSD. It's engineered for super-fast read and write speeds and consistent high performance 24/7. What does that mean for your games? Faster load times, faster boot times, faster install times. Less downtime, more game time. Plus, they're easy to install, run cool, and are both virtually silent and energy efficient. If you're worried about reliability, no need. Sandisk backs it all up with a 10-year warranty. Game without limits when you step up to the consistent high performance of Sandisk Extreme Pro. gentlemen, welcome back to the Sandisk SHOUTcraft Invitational, the bronze match. Which, you know, there's two things I hate in esports. Two terms, losers bracket and bronze match. They both don't do anything justice.
Yeah, I mean, think of bronze, it's third place is pretty impressive in a tournament like this.
Yeah, totally.
To call it the losers match, that would be way worse though. Like, these guys have won a lot of games to get here. They're both like championship material. In fact, Zest is a champion, so gotta give respect where respect is due. These guys are putting on quite a series so far.
Yes, a very strange, wild series. You know, Zest, the guy who... he reminds me of a very accomplished, fairly sort of middle-aged businessman, an Asian businessman. He's wearing a very expensive suit. He has a titanium briefcase, and he seems unflappable. He's well versed in the ways of the world. He is a business titan, a tycoon, and Bbyo is like the Wolf of Wall Street, right? He is that Leonardo DiCaprio-like character who came from penny stocks and is probably not snorting cocaine in the KT team house, the CJ team house. That seems unlikely, but he's just wild and is willing to do anything, no matter how illegal. But Zest is about to prove me wrong by the looks of it, because that is not where you usually put your first pile on Artosis.
Yeah, he's a little bit more like the Wolf of Wall Street at the moment.
Maybe he is,
he's proxying some gates over here, Totalbiscuit. This is going to be a crazy fast one here.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They'd be tossing some midgets at a rather large dartboard. That could happen. Cocaine and hookers could be involved. It's possible. But, yeah, Zest, proxy gate. Only a single one. So, no full-on nanny war going on here. Should never go full nanny. But that's still a decent amount of aggression that he can apply. And let's be honest, you don't usually wall off against a Protoss.
Yeah, and he's not going to this game either. He's going to go for a quick Reaper here. Now, what is Zest's game plan? He's definitely going to make a Zealot, but is he going to make two Zealots? Is he going to wait for multiple Zealots before going? There's a lot of different ways that you can try to utilize a rush like this to catch them at maximum off-guardedness.
Is that a real word?
Absolutely not. But,
okay.
You know, that's a big part of how I cast. I have to make new words to express the thoughts in my head a lot of the time. And
you're expanding StarCraft nomenclature, right?
Exactly. Thank you, Totalbiscuit. It's not because I'm dumb.
No,
but seriously, he wants to catch him off guard here as hard as he can. Does he send this first Zealot? It looks like he's going to let it sit.
Nope. All right. And I like this decision because it means the Reaper's probably going to be across the map when these two Zealots hit. If he'd gone in with one, that gives it away. And Bbyo will have he'll have his Reaper in like 15 seconds, and then he just kites the Zealot around and kills it. But with this timing, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, when this Reaper's across the map and two Zealots walk in, he's screwed, and he's waiting for that timing. Notice how he's not moving these Zealots. By the way, that SCV almost scouted that gate. It was like just short, and now that Reaper's going to have to turn around.
Turn around, Bbyo. Uh-oh. He's not... Oh, he noticed. You know, it's too bloody late either. The reactor's going to have to be cancelled. That's even worse. If he'd pulled back immediately, this still would have been pretty bad. And Zest is going to go for it. How good is Byo's micro? With his SCV so far, it's excellent. He hasn't lost a single SCV, but now he loses one, loses two. There's now a Stalker in there as well. The surround is in. Another few SCVs go down. The Reaper is here, but now there's a Stalker.
Oh, that is just so brutal. Now, we do have a microing here on the ramp. We're going to have another Stalker in a second. He's already killed 8 workers, which is pretty significant. Bbyo only at 15 supply right now.
Brutal. If Bbyo had maybe responded a little faster, he got flustered across the map. It's like, oh god, what's happening? And then pulled back. He might have saved a few more SCVs there, and, you know, that might not have been a big deal. But the thing is, Zest only committed one gateway to this, and then expanded. So this is not an all-in from Zest, and now he's got a massive lead.
Yeah, that was pretty big. And he's even got that mothership core at home to stop the Reaper from getting a bunch of probe kills as well. So, best Bbyo can do right now is scout and see just how far behind he really is.
Yep. And he's going to be pretty depressed to see that Nexus going up. It's like, yo, you really didn't commit to this, did you? No, I didn't. So, when behind, go
to
double CC.
Well, I mean, when you're behind, this is not the worst idea, right? He's got to catch up on SCVs. He's lost a lot. He wants to drop that mule hammer and start really getting his minerals flowing in.
Yep.
I guess it's a good choice, but with this Robo going up, I do wonder if Zest is going to hit a 2-base Colossus timing, and with how slow Byung's build is so far and how late his starport's going to be, would he have any chance of stopping a quick Colossus build?
It seems really, really unlikely, and Zest is going to be incredibly annoying with this one Stalker as well, because he wants to just inflict as much damage as possible on these units. And actually, if Byung doesn't micro, he's going to lose that Reaper. In fact, he is going to lose that Reaper. He's not microing at all. He's committing to killing this pylon off. Ah, that Marine is such a hero, staring down the barrel of that Stalker 3 times his height, guns it down. I mean, hell, we see the bayonets on the end of those rifles. I think he just stabbed that Stalker to death. So it's pretty impressive, but he did lose the Reaper in the process, which unfortunately is the only unit that Byung has that regenerates health. These Marines are pretty beaten up.
Yeah, and it's going to be a while before we see any medevacs out to heal them. So he's going to have to throw those guys into the bunker that's being created right now. And he's going to need to continue to tech up. He's grabbing his eBay, but I actually question the eBay just slightly. Because when you grab an eBay this quickly, you're going to start your +1, obviously, but that's going to slow your factory and all that. And the one thing he's really weak to right now is a quick Colossus push because of how late everything is. So, yeah, a little bit scary.
He's building a missile turret. Like, he's afraid of oracles. He is probably afraid of DTs as well, although with triple scan, he doesn't really need to be. But let's be honest, he's got to play catch-up. He needs those mules. His energy is as low as it gets right now as he's dropping those mules in. And what is Zest's follow-up? Zest did lose a pylon, which is pretty annoying for him. He's still 13 workers ahead, although mules do help out a little bit here. There is an observer being built. Will it be the Robo that comes in behind this for the Colossus 2-base push?
Well, we'll see in a minute here. He is going to do a little Stalker poke, though, and 6 Stalkers can take down a bunker really, really fast.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Byung could be in trouble just right now.
Yeah, he could. That's... No! It gets repaired! Byung is quick enough, but the last thing you want to use is loses yet more units. But Byung repels this, and there's now more Marines coming down. Oh, wow, actually, Byung's... Whoa, where did he get those from? He's got 15 Marines now.
Yeah, he's got quite a few. Well, you know, I guess he just killed an observer, so this isn't going to be a big surprise to Zest.
No.
And Zest is just going to add his full tech suite now.
Why is Byung not coming down this round? What's he scared of?
I think he's afraid that this might be a Blink build. I think he's thinking, oh, okay, that's a lot of Stalkers. You might have Blink coming up. I better stay up here and make sure if you blink up, I don't just lose the game. And not the case here, but Byung just choosing to be very, very safe about it.
Well, Zest is doing the Zest thing. He's going for the Robo Twilight Blink Double Forge, which, as we've seen before, can just turn into I'm going to kill you on 2 bases, but is preferably a 3-base build. Byung is starting to build his army back up. I mean, I am surprised, very surprised that he's managed to get back. He is massively supply blocked. Whoa, he is hugely supply blocked.
Wow, that's kind of brutal. And with all his energy gone, he can't even drop a supply right now. It's kind of rough.
Sucks.
But, you know, it is really impressive how well he's fought back this game. If you look at that SCV count, 42 to 48, not so bad. He's got a decent army right now. The supplies are pretty close. I'm very impressed with what he's been able to accomplish, despite the fact that he lost so many SCVs and had to cancel Command Center early on.
Yep, I'm just concerned that Zest's going to take a scalpel to her. I mean, just dumping in there, killing a Marauder and just getting out with those Stalkers. And didn't do it with Blink either. You know, we saw a hero be surgical with Blink Stalkers. Zest just did it with non-Blink Stalkers. The Marauder should not have died in a million years. It died right next to a bunker, which is going to be the most embarrassing thing ever. It's like, let me in! It's like, nope, sorry, no space in here. Only 4.
Well, he's got to suck in his gut or something to get in there,
man.
You
are too fat.
Well, good thing you can't fit 4 Marauders in a bunker. I'm sure that would destroy the game in some way or another.
That sounds totally reasonable. This is the upgrade that Terran needs to get back into the GSL.
Absolutely, yeah. Bunker pushes against Protoss or something.
Oh my god.
Look at this mini-map right now. We have a pylon down on the bottom right, then one on the right side. We have 3 observers spread perfectly in front of the main and natural entrances to Zest's side of the map, really. And then his army is mostly positioned over at the 3rd base, because that's the only place that he doesn't have massive spotting. So he's defending, like, basically perfectly right now. There's not any real way that Byung can get damage done, but At the same time, Byung, he's just getting his third base, going to start mining and adding a second starport.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it could be like an SCV pull or something this game.
Could be, could be. Byung is shockingly kind of getting back into this. He also found both the pylons, although this probe is it in vision range of Byung? No, it's not. That is a probe hiding in the jungle there, and it's gonna join the jungle people and live with the animals for a while building another pylon, which is Byung is not going to expect that. That is a prime Zealot run-by location, and Byung hasn't really SimCity'd against that, so that could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and if you didn't think this was the greatest esport already, please notice that Zest is jungling with this probe perfectly, still not dying despite superior enemy forces. Indeed.
No doubt about that. Zest, best GSL player, best jungler career, apparently.
Clearly. That probe, kind of a hero so far. He warps in 4 Zealots off of it, in fact, to go into that third, and Byung is going to be very sad after clearing out pylons to have this happen.
That's going to be infuriating. It's like, wait, how? I just killed that! Byung, actually, Byung has a bunch of units, so he's not that sad at all. He doesn't lose anything. So, turns out his macro behind that was actually ridiculous. He's 155 supply, and just bear in mind how this started. The fact that he's back up to that, the risk of going triple CC, it paid off, man. He's back into this game.
Yeah, this is pretty fantastic for him. With more ghosts popping out, Vikings as well, we gotta watch and see, is he gonna pull any SCVs for a big attack here? You know, when those ghosts come out, that is normally the time that we see an SCV pull.
He'll be against
nothing quite yet.
Colossus on 2-2. Oh. That would be brutal, surely. Oh, here it is! Choo-choo!
Here we go. You know, he only has 5 Vikings. He's about to have 8, but they're lagging behind a little bit. And as you said, you know, 5 Colossus with 2-2, that's pretty darn scary.
Well, we called him the Kamikaze Terran. He's about to do it again. Charge is about to finish up as well. God damn. Talk about an anti-timing here for Byung. He is going to catch a few Stalkers at the front there. And here comes the fight. Here comes the fight. All the SCVs are stuck at the back. That's not where he wants to be at all. He can't touch the Colossus. The SCVs go to their deaths. But can Byung make this work? He stims forward. He takes down another Colossus. He takes down another Colossus. He's still fighting. He's still fighting. He's now stutter-stepping back. Byung with so little supply. But his army supply is actually slightly greater. Can he still keep fighting here?
Oh my god, I can't believe what he's getting done. He's killed off so many of the Colossi, just 1 left over, but Zest's reinforcements are pushing him back, and he's gonna have to retreat for now.
Yeah, and he just threw away so many workers to get that done. And they did nothing. They did nothing. They got trapped behind the force fields. Zest with a warp prism harass coming in behind this as well. So this is pretty ugly. Byung's loading up. He's actually, it looks like, I don't know where he's going, actually, I have no idea. It looks like he's going back to his base, so he's going to try and loop around and hit the third. He might even meet up with that warp prism. No, it looks like he's going to miss it. There's not that much defense in the main, although the macro is looking pretty good, as long as he doesn't keep rallying stuff out there. I am not liking Byung's chances now. If that SCV pull kind of had to kill him, and it didn't. And as a result, Byung is now in a terrible economic position, where, as before that, he was actually just trucking along just fine.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough spot, but he does do a little drop here into the main base.
That he does.
Even has some ghosts in there, probably by accident, but see what he can get done. I mean, he's killing some probes, but still, losing that many SCVs, he's only at 36 SCVs right now.
Well, a lot less than that, as these Zealot harassment does a little bit of damage here. The drop was a bit weird, actually. The EMPs went down, which was interesting, and he did kill like 11 probes with that. But, god damn it, it's 62 workers killed to 14. You're going to need to do a lot more than that, and Zest is macroing so hard at the moment. I think this is probably going to be it for Byung. Wow, he just got his army caught completely out of position. It was suicide, really, by Byung. Kind of a shame. Do you think he really had to do that pull?
You know, his supply was so big right then, I'm not sure that he did. What if he just waited for, like, a few more Vikings, maybe another round or two? Because Zest was gonna have 2-2. Byung was gonna have more supply. Yeah, there would be more ground units there, but, you know, you add in, like, 6 more Vikings to that. You have 14 Vikings or so. That's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be able to take out the Colossus quicker. I guess... I'm not really sure, man. It was a tough situation. He was in a hard spot basically all game.
Yeah, but he's going to lose his medevacs now, and I think this is going to be the end of Byung, I'm afraid. Crazy, crazy builds and crazy aggression Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but he bit off a little bit more he could chew here. The GSL champion just buried him. GG, ladies and gentlemen. And Zest takes the series 4-1, and he will be your 3rd place player.
Well, he certainly does deserve it. Zest looked absolutely fantastic during this entire tournament, winning his group undefeated, and then barely losing to Hero, and now going a ridiculous 4-1 against Bbyo, one of the best TVPers in the whole world. 3rd place, well-deserved.
Yeah, Zest is legit. There's no doubt about that. Is anyone doubting that at this point? You know, the only series he lost so very close, to say. So I think Zest has certainly proved his point. He is still very much on top, even if he didn't make it to the finals. And Bbyo, he's got a long way to go, man. I can see Bbyo winning a GSL at some point in the future. I think he's got the drive, but he's a bit rough around the edges, you know?
Yeah, certainly. We saw some kind of big blunders, you know, overcommitting to drops here and there. Was that SCV pull, like, the thing that he had to do? Maybe. I think it might have been, but still, you know, some of these situations, maybe he could have dealt with a little bit differently and come out on top.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see. I don't necessarily think that pulling at that point was the best thing to do. And really, if you're going to fight there, I would like to see him fight at the 3rd base and not try to go for the natural, because there's just a narrower choke point there. Force fields were going to happen, and, you know, Zest doesn't miss force fields.
No, he certainly does not, and Bbyo has felt that multiple times.
Yep, that he has. Well, that's unfortunate there for Bbyo, but he certainly put on some entertaining games, so thank you very much to him, of course, for participating. He will walk away from this tournament $600 richer.
Oh, that's a nice prize pool for a 4-day tournament, no doubt about it.
Yep. Not too bad. Didn't even have to get dressed for it, so
no.
That's nice to do. It's very, very rare that you get to be paid for that unless you're in an industry somewhere in California that is maybe a little bit seedy. But he picks up $600, and Zest runs away with $1,100. So a nice little pickup there. But the big money is still to play for, because $7,000 of the prize pool is still up in the air. The 2nd place player is going to get $2,500. The 1st place player is going to get $4,500.
That is a ton of money for 4 days. Both these guys are going to be playing completely all out for it. I'm sure that Hero is so hungry to get this win after a couple really disappointing tournaments lately. Whereas Flash, I mean, this guy's won more money than just about anyone in the entire industry, but not in StarCraft 2 yet.
Yeah. This is not about the money for Flash, I think. This is about proving a point. It's about sending a message. It's about saying that Flash is very much relevant, and it's not just in Pro League either. Outside of Best of Ones, he has, up to this point, historically failed to really get anywhere. He almost made it very early on in Heart of the Swarm. The first ever big Heart of the Swarm tournament, that being MLG. He almost made it, but he didn't quite get there. And now, against competition that is even hotter than that, he has the opportunity to put his first real big stamp into Heart of the Swarm history. And I have a feeling he will take that opportunity, and he will be very happy to have received it.
Yeah, I think that he's probably even a favorite going into this, even though CJ Hero's PVT is out of this world. The way that Flash has been playing, the hunger that we can see behind his strategies, his macros, micro, all being so impeccable. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it will certainly be a good one. We're going to take a break, of course. We're waiting for our contestants to arrive to get ready. And we will be doing the vetoes and things like that, so we'll be taking a break in the meantime.